Hello everyone. I'm sorry that I haven't made a video in a while. It's just that I've been at school and I haven't really had much time on my hands. I don't really have much time right now, but I thought I would make one anyway. So yeah, college has been going great. Just have a lot of work to do. I'm taking some pretty heavy classes like organic chemistry and differential equations and all those wonderful classes. I'm studying engineering, so that's why I've got that under my belt right now. But yeah, I had a cold last week, so I've kind of lost my voice a little bit, and as you can tell, it sounds kind of raspy, and I actually sound like a guy, which is quite wonderful. But yeah, so I don't really know what else I'm going to talk about in this video. I have to study my organic chemistry, so I thought maybe I could read some. It's really boring, so if anyone's listening to these videos to fall asleep, this would be the absolute perfect thing to listen to, because organic chemistry, my goodness, it would put anyone to sleep. And if you're not going to fall asleep, well, it's very educational, which of course I'm sure many people love. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know, I've been procrastinating all weekend. This weekend was parents' weekend, so my boyfriend's family came out and got to hang out with them a little bit, which is nice. But the problem is that now I don't really have much time to do the work that I needed to get done this weekend, so that's a little downside of it. But anyways, so here we go. I'm reading about, what am I reading about? This chapter's called The Study of Chemical Reactions. So yeah, we're learning about all different types of stuff. We just talked about like kinetics of reactions, like activation energy, enthalpy, entropy, all of that sort of stuff. So hope that you enjoy that. Sorry, my camera's not really focused on anything, it's just my blanket. I don't like showing my face, so that's just what I've got for now. I suppose I could show you the textbook, but no one really wants to see that either, so okay, here goes. Rates of multi-step reactions. Many reactions proceed by mechanisms involving several steps and several intermediates. As we saw in section 4.7, for example, the reaction of methane with chlorine goes through propagation steps. The propagation steps are shown here. Well, obviously you can't see because it's in my textbook. But yeah, along with their heats of reaction and their activation energies. Just the propagation steps are shown because the rate of the initiation step is controlled by the amount of light or heat available to split chlorine molecules. In this reaction, Cl and CH3 are reactive intermediates. Unlike transition states, reactive intermediates are stable as long as they don't collide with other atoms or molecules. As free radicals, however, Cl and CH3 are quite reactive toward other molecules. Figure 4.4 shows a single reaction energy profile that includes both propagation steps of the chlorination. The energy maximum, high points, are the unstable transition states, and the energy minima, low points, are the intermediates. This complete energy profile provides most of the important information about the energetics of the reaction. So if you aren't asleep by now, I don't know what will put you to sleep. Honestly, this is so extremely boring. I have a homework to do on this. The homework's like 10 problems, and the first problem, it has several parts to it. And I kid you not, it has parts A through Z. It's ridiculous, and all it is you're defining terms, and the terms are just absolutely horrible. It's like you have to give an example with each definition, and such a waste of time. I have no idea when I'm going to do all of this. But anyways, okay, so the rate limiting step is the next section that I'm going to read. In a multi-step reaction, multi-step, whatever, each step has its own characteristic rate. There can only be one overall reaction rate, however, and it is controlled by the rate limiting step, also called the rate determining step. In general, the highest energy step of a multi-step reaction is the bottleneck, and it determines the overall rate. How can we tell which step is rate limiting? If we have the reaction energy diagram, it's simple. The highest point in the energy diagram is the transition state with the highest energy. Generally, the transition state is a rate limiting step. Hard thing is, when I'm reading it out loud, not much of it actually goes into my head. But this is pretty straightforward stuff, so nothing too intense yet. One more paragraph and I'm done with the section, so I'm just going to read one more. The highest point in the energy diagram of the chlorination of methane is the transition state for the reaction of methane with a chlorine radical. This step must be rate limiting. If we calculate a rate for this slow step, it will be the rate for the overall reaction. The second faster step will consume the products of the slow step as fast as they're formed. We now apply what we know about rates in the reaction of methane with halogens. The rate limiting step for chlorination is the endothermic reaction of the chlorine atom with methane to form a methyl radical and a molecule of HCl. The activation energy for this step is 17 kilojoules per mole. At room temperature, the value of e to the blah 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 blah, you don't really care about that and neither do I. This value represents a rate that is fast but controllable. In a free radical chain reaction, every propagation step must occur quickly, or the free radicals will undergo unproductive collisions and participate in termination steps. We can predict how quickly the various halogen atoms react with methane given relative rates based on the measured activation energies of the lower steps. Then it gives a table, and it's kind of boring, and yeah, so anyways, what else can I talk to you about? It's already been 8 minutes. I think I have like 2 more minutes or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. YouTube is so annoying because it doesn't let me upload videos past like 15 minutes. So I've just been doing shorter ones. Actually, I haven't really been doing any for the past couple of weeks because I'm a slacker. But yeah. What else? What can I talk about? Now that you're all asleep, you probably won't hear this section of the video, so it doesn't really matter what I talk about, I suppose. Let's see. Classes have been really hard. This seems like all I talk about is school anyway. That's pretty much my whole life right now. Getting all my homework done. Had a test last week. It was pretty easy. It's organic chemistry. It's all multiple choice. Which doesn't make sense for a chemistry test, but whatever. I'm sorry, that's probably not very attractive to hear over a microphone, but it's hard for me to talk. My voice is just almost gone. I don't really know. I had to fix it. I've had this cold for about a week now, and yeah, it's just not going away, so Oh well. What else? Okay, random tidbit. I dropped my phone in water, and it's one of those phones with a button switch, and the buttons stopped working. Like, buttons light up, but now they don't anymore because they're all wet. So I'm using my sister's phone now. It's an old one, does the same model and everything. She got an iPhone, lucky her, so I got this. I don't really care though, because I don't really want an iPhone. Sorry, if you like them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them, I don't need one for what I need, so this works out great. And I didn't have to pay anything to replace my old one, which was really great. Yeah. Well, it's almost 11 minutes, so it's kind of close. Yeah, just let me know what you think of this video. My voice, I guess. What else? Oh, random, but I really, really like listening to Glistening Whisper. But she hasn't posted videos in a long time, so kind of makes me sad. So I decided to stop being a hypocrite and post my own video, because I always complain about how she hasn't posted a video, but I myself haven't had time, so I can completely understand how she wouldn't have time. But anyways, if you know her, tell her, encourage her to post more, because she's like my favourite. If you haven't heard of her, you should definitely check her out. She's got some great stuff. It's my British accent inspired video. It's inspired by her because I really like her accent, and she actually is British, how I on the other hand am not. But anyways, okay, it's been 12 minutes. Hope you enjoyed this, and hope you have a very relaxing day today. Bye.